There. Congratulations, Mrs. Wall. It's a healthy, bouncing mathematician. Now, let's have a look at this place. It's a dump. Or a dungeon, I should say. Well, no good jumping to conclusions. Let's check the list of cliches. Damp, windowless stone walls? Check. Stomach-churning smell? Check. Reality television playing on a large screen? Oh, no, that'd be too cruel. Thick door on one side of the room, locked with impossibly heavy lock, barring even the thinnest hope of escape? Check. And... unlocked. 3 seconds. I'm slowing down. Better take a vacation. Okay, down to the last 2 cliches of this dingy prison. We have... the torch set on the wall in the corridor. Exactly. Ow! Hot! Well, this open flame is a fire hazard. Let's put this one out and light this far more elegant torch I brought from home. And they should thank me. This fortress could go up any minute. Especially after I set off the... Oh, greetings. I was hoping I'd find you here. I can finally check off my list completely. Hopelessly bound victim, and that wins me the bingo. Now, there's no need to panic. I've come to get you out of here. I heard that several people had been kidnapped recently, and my team and I have been venturing through the different... Whatever's the matter? Oh, you'll have to enunciate. I can't understand you with that gag in your mouth. Oh, well, here, I'll untie the gag in your mouth. I implore you, don't scream. The people who put you in this situation will be no more merciful to you than to me. There we are. Better? Right, now, before we go any further, here. Drink this. It's a special restorative energy drink. Smells good, doesn't it? Come now. Down the hatch. There you go. There. Doesn't that feel better? Those wounds on your arms and legs, those bruises along your forehead, they're healing up quite nicely. I can see them clearing up. Oh, no, now. Easy. That's all right. It's all right. I know you've been hurt. I'm going to free you from this place and get you back to your farm. I'll need your cooperation, though. Can I count on it? Of course, I thought so. Naturally, you would be curious about that, and I am pleased to introduce myself. My name is... Benjamin. We will save the surnames for later. Scientist, author, student of time, mechanics, phenomena, natural, unnatural, farmer, and abolitionist. It is my honor to make your acquaintance. And your name is? Very fitting, if you don't mind my saying so. Now, let's take a look at what we've got. You're tied to a restraint table with unbreakable cable. Standard. Certain points of your body are bonded on the molecular level to the table's surface. How perfectly monstrous. What? Oh, no. Now, you keep your chin up. As best as you can, anyway. I swear to you, I'm going to get you out of this. And I don't swear very often. Except when my neighbor walks a Shar-Pei on my lawn without picking up after him. Honestly, the nerve. Well, anyway, let's waste no more time. The guards will be back soon, or so I hope. I have an experiment I'd like to perform, and they would make the perfect lab rats. Let's get started. As for the unbreakable cords, I must insist you keep your wrist still. I'm applying the universal solvent to the unbreakable cords. It burns through everything that it touches. How do I carry it on my person? Oh, well, this is an unbreakable bottle. And the sprayer on top is... well, it's a really tough spraying mechanism. Hold still. There. Now I want you to wiggle your hand a bit. Go ahead. There you are, right hand freed. Now, let's get to work on that other wrist. Good question. I am a devotee of travel. I am a committed student of the transit portal. I have traveled most of the known worlds, and some unknown, in fact. Have you ever used the portals? Oh, well, I understand that. Far more keeps one busy, I would know, yes. What? Well, it's my business to know. I'm a part of an organization that keeps an eye on things across the collected worlds. You see, I understand what it's like to have to run for your life. And so I'm here to help. All right, left arm's done. Give it a good yank. Ah, perfect. There you go. Now, both arms are free. Let's start with the legs. We have an extensive database of associates, malcontents, and victims, and if you don't mind my saying so, your name had come up in the latter category, as well as your family history and occupation. That's how I know. Okay, now that the chains are off, we must work on the atomic bonding. I know it's causing you pain, so I'll be as gentle as possible. I'm going to use this. It will vibrate the molecules of your back free of the molecules of the table. Now, I know this looks a bit intimidating, but, please, never fear. No, wait, hold on. You know, this was the wrong thing. I'm not going to use this. I forgot what I brought this for. Anyhow, this other unit is what we're looking for. It's much less agonizing. Never mind. 1 second. There, now, how does that feel? But rather soothing, isn't it? Good, I'm glad. This will take a while, unfortunately. Where do I get this stuff? Well, you mean the equipment and the solvent and everything? Well, I engineered a great wealth of it myself. I'm a student of the sciences, as I said. But the solvent I got from the Xanthu Islands of the world of Balathamar. I have an excellent professional relationship with the monks there. I tell you, you must go to that world someday. It's a fascinating place. I've been there more times than I can count, and yet every time I find something new. Scooch a bit to the left, would you? Good, thank you. Now, the spray bottle was a bit tougher. It had to be hand-forged by the sorceress of Gankara before the waking of the great beast of the mountain. You've heard of it, I'm sure. It slumbers for 9 years, and rises from its resting place for feeding, a vision of cosmic terror if there ever was one. As it happened, the day that I needed this was in the waning hours of the eve before one of the days of his rising. If it had found us there, desperately forging this bottle, well, you've heard of dying 1,000 deaths. This would become quite the literal reality. What, the spray thing? Oh, I got it from Dayton. Dayton, Ohio. Picked it up when I was passing through. I know a fellow who's good with spray bottles. Oh, it's on the world of Earth. Have you heard of it? Oh, well, it's, Earth. Well, it's like most any other world you've been to, I'd imagine. Gravity may be a bit different. The color of the sky wouldn't be the same. Oh, meteorological phenomena, level of technological advancement, flora and fauna, distance from the specific type of star they orbit, the orbit itself, collection of gases, and an almost completely different chemical spectrum. But it's effectively average. Well, it's my home world. I was born there. When? Oh, I suspect it may not mean much to you, since their calendar is different from yours, but, since you asked, I was born in the year of our Lord, 1786. The current year there is 2008, so that would make me 123 by your calendar and 222 by Earth's calendar, both of which are fairly impressive for an Earth-born human. We don't tend to live that long. By the way, how old do I look? Oh, I'm flattered. Thank you. I'd have guessed younger, but, well, anyway, we're doing a fine job. We're almost done. I was curious, Can you tell me anything about your kidnappers? Yes, the hideous-looking things in the armor. Would you mind telling me what happened? You were doing your chores in the field when they came out of a dark cloud, correct? Just sort of appeared out of nowhere? Yes, well, sorry to say, but that would have been your first trip through a transit portal. The greasy cloud was merely a way of masking it, making it untraceable. That's how they hunt. Well, you've heard of the House of Simus? Yes, they did start out as a clan of philosophers, became a church, by and by a blood cult, and finally a criminal organization, one of the most powerful in history. Their ambition is to control all traffic and commerce between the connected worlds, effectively achieving dominance of the known universe. And that's just for starters. You don't want to hear about any of their big plans. They've been collecting a number of victims as of late, and these victims were varied and diverse. They look for certain people due to their genetic history. These victims, whom we've all rescued, my network and I, they all have had a link several generations back. Once we returned them to their homes, they had discovered that... perhaps I've said too much. No, I'm sworn to secrecy. I just remembered. I'd promised a bunch of banks and trusts that I wouldn't say anything. You'll find out. Well, look, I'll tell you this. You know how your farm is suffering and that you and your parents are the only ones doing the chores? You can safely assume that that is going to change. Soon. A lot. Alright, there, all done. Can I ask you to sit up? There, go ahead. Wiggle those shoulders, how's that feel? Good. Now, for our exit. It's going to be rather tricky, but if you follow my instructions, I promise you that you'll be fine. Maybe even a little amused. I've got this one trick that good. Our jailers are returning. Come on. Come with me. We'll wait right here by the doors. What? No, they won't find either of us. I promise you. I've made arrangements. Didn't you see earlier? Well, now it seems we have a bit of a trust issue. Not that I blame you in the least, but seeing as how I've gone to great lengths to free you, I'm curious how you think I'm on the side of your kidnappers. Nevertheless, I offer you a choice. You may come with me, or I stay here with you. I won't see you go off to your fate alone. I forewarn you, though, regardless of how cool and unflappable my exterior may seem now, when I get captured, I get nervous. When I get nervous, I sing. When I sing show tunes, and if I may be my own critic, I sound terrible. Just listen. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her... good. I thought you'd come to your senses, or cover your ears at least. You're stronger than I thought. Now, stay behind me. Up against the wall here. Wait. Perfect! That new batch of Nagalion knockout gas worked just as I thought it would. Where did it come from? Well, you remember that torch I hung out there? Wasn't exactly a torch, not 100% after all. Hidden within its body was a small container of the gas. I think I'll keep the other torch as a souvenir. You want it? But my vast collection of purloined torches, whatever shall I... Oh, well, very well. You can have it, after we make it out of here. Deal? Deal. Ready?